world? What's going on? There we go. Get the right little controls up on my screen. I am going to continue working on this one today. Let's see. After I get myself muted over there. I am moving a little slow today. Not sloth mode, but pretty close. I'm still getting things set up here. What I want to do, this is what I did on Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. What I want to do is I'm going to scrape this down, get all the rough spots off of it, and then I'm going to go back in where needed. Some places I may leave it as it is. But anyway, like this dark background, it's still wet. It's still, yeah, tacky. But I want to make the background dark for one thing, and my head's more in the game for today. If I have ambient music playing and my own music playing here. Hi Pierre, how are you doing? What's going on? Are you working today? Are you driving? Just put that right there. Let's see, we need some of that yellow. I need blue and yellow. If you, I put down some titanium white. This is cadmium red hue, Utrecht, and I also put down some. Poncho came running in here with a treat. Vermilion, which is Holbein. And let's see, I needed yellow, didn't I? What did I do with my palette? There. I am just not all the way here today. Yet. There's my burnt umber. I might need a little bit of it. Viridian. Where is my ultramarine? Here we go. Ultramarine blue. This is Gamblin 1980. I have some walnut oil up here, and I'm fine. In fact, I'm actually on the road for. Oh, cool. Home chilling on for the life. Might pick my paint and work on a little something at the same time. I figured I at least needed to explain sort of what I'm doing today, so it wasn't. I'm gonna have to put some more yellow down. I'm not gonna be shy with the paint today. At least that's my goal. I need some more yellow ochre on there. Cad yellow light is what I had there. I'm going to need some more of it to mix in with these to get kind of a peachy color. I've got my stack of white there. It looks like it's probably not very much for you, but it's like that high. It just... Let's see, I've got my green, got my reddish, alizarin crimson. I didn't put it out. I used that for that, which is still tacky. I'm really surprised. For this background, I'm going to need alizarin crimson, or I'm sorry, ultramarine blue in my burnt umber. What did I do with it? I had a tube like this that I made of it pre-mixed, so it was easier. Where'd you go? Wonder what I did with it. It's not hiding. Oh, well, it is kind of hiding. It's all been used a lot. It's really stiff. Ugh. Come on. Come on. Tomorrow I want to do something possibly a little different. I don't know if I'm going to put anything up about it or just do it pop up, because I'm thinking of doing an oil pastel of a previous president, but I'm not sure. I may go a different route. I do need to prep some paper. There is a poll, if you haven't looked at it. There's a poll on what oil pastel you want me to do for one that's more refined, more time put into it. And the choices are portrait, pet portrait, landscape, or still life. I would have put more, actually. I would put abstract in there. But it only allows you 4 options. Or it only allowed me 4 options. Come on. What is that? That's a nice peachy color. Really get in there and make it. Yeah, I mix, see, it doesn't come out stiff. This doesn't. I'm pretty sure it's how I put it in the tube. But yeah, I mix walnut oil with it. To help soften it up. I'm putting another glove on so I can Let's see. I've got my reference photo up here for this image. Pull that down a little bit. This is the actual edge of the canvas there. I don't want to be painting something at the top or whatever and you not see it. I think I have everything set. Is there anything else I need? Maybe some, let's see, purple. Look at all those pretty colors. Then there's that purple next to it. I don't tend to use this a lot, but I love having it out. I may have to order another tube because I think this might be my last one. I need to go check my stock. If you haven't used these before, these are great as crimpers. You'll notice when I rolled it up, I didn't push it all the way so that this would be flat or, you know, full, because otherwise when you open it, it'll go, it'll put it under pressure. We don't need it under pressure. Thank you. My titanium white and lemon yellow are really stiff. I use, when I use Permalba white, which I don't use a lot. I only use it because I inherited it. I tend to have to use use walnut oil with it. I'm just topping off mine. I should have dumped it, you know, put it into a separate. It's not like I don't have enough jars. Jars have jars. Anybody need Prego jars? I've got like 25 of them sitting around in a box. I love this paint saver. I find it satisfying to squeeze the very last. Yep, I've even like cut open the tubes to get out like the last drop. Usually, yeah, sometimes it's not worth the hassle, but it seems like for me, paint gets stuck in this upper part where I can't squeeze it all the way up, even though I like bend it and, you know, push it out with your, yeah. So sometimes I can get enough for another painting or two out of it that way too. It's fun. Okay, what am I doing? I determined that parts of it are still tacky. Oh, I was going to scrape over it. That's what I was going to do. And some of this is still really wet. You see that? And I'm not going to worry about colors. Mixing. And I'm only doing this so I have a fresh, flat surface to use. All that red was apparently still wet. I'm really glad that I just decided this was the underpainting. Press it with pliers and squeeze it tight up against the thread with the paint squeezer. Yeah, see, I don't know if it's really worth it to cut it open like I did that one time, or that time. But I did it on a stream once, and I wonder. I wonder. Oh. I'm going to start with this chunky brush because I like it. I did go through and make a list, and I did not put dates on it. I need to do that today, but I'm going to film some videos tomorrow, possibly. It's on my schedule. I don't think that's quite yellow enough. There we go. Oh, cool. That's good to know. Oh, isn't that a pretty peach? Look at that, look at that. Look at that. I should have done one just with the peach flowers. You know, a little one. I guess I still could. Come on. Yeah, I've totally contaminated that. That yellow. I'm going to go ahead and put the dark background on so I have that value to see against. I keep wanting to straighten it up. Yeah. So I kind of have an idea of where things are going to be. The background's kind of, that white is kind of tacky. It's not completely I just don't think the white helps it, and I think the contrast or the light value I have back there is not really white. The contrast of the dark is going to look more interesting. I am going to turn music on here in just a second, but I wanted to get started and just touch base on what it is I'm doing. So it wasn't totally confusing. So are you, since you're driving, oh, off the road. Sorry, I misunderstood. Well, I hope you're enjoying your chill downtime. And like usual, I'm not using black because it's much harder to adjust, and this gives a much more interesting dark color with the ultramarine and blue. And I'm dipping in my mineral spirits there just a tad, just to loosen it up. Because the white underneath it is tacky. I did add, yeah, I better. I rethought that and started adding a little bit of walnut oil because I added walnut oil to that white. I know this looks really clunky. I mean, trust the process. I need to cut down that flower there too. And I repositioned my lights the other day, hoping that it would not glare. And we've got that. And the edges of this can be pushed around. It doesn't have to be exactly where. Oh, that wasn't that was the ribbon. Oops. And then I'm going to make this darker also. You're probably wondering why I'm doing this now. It gives me a much better look of what values I need for the rest of this as I'm working. I think it's going to work better with that red vase too. See, that already looks more interesting, the shadow does. Or this, the area does, yeah, to me. I have a friend that I went to high school with. Her parents, in fact, owned the craft store in town. It's where I bought my first oils. It was the little tubes, remember those? The little, anyway, she grew up and wound up marrying someone from Iran. So all of us that went to high school with her were checking in with her. Her and her husband woke up yesterday in the middle of the night to bombs going off. So I really need this paint. We're not close. We just have a lot of mutual friends and art history. But it's one reason I need this paint time today. Basically, she came onto Facebook yesterday to let everybody know that she loved them in case something happened. It was that close. Yeah, that dark works much better. Let's try this trick with the... Let's see if that helps get rid of some of the glare. Yeah, it really doesn't, does it? If it's up there, it does. Let me turn this light off for you. That did it. I'm not going to worry about it. Was that light? There we go. So anywho, I can still feel that like tackiness from the white underneath there. I'm going to make this line to less. I like that shadow much better. I like the color overall much better. Good decision. Have my iced coffee. I'm going to start using a slightly smaller, this is just a cheapy brush, and do some of this greenery in here. And the yellow ochre, I did not mix with the blue. There we go. I saw a TikTok yesterday of somebody showing how they clean their brushes. It's always interesting seeing how other people do it. I'll put just a little more yellow in there so it stands out from the a little bit. And I may go in and put a lot of details on that. See how nicely that covered? Okay. There's some nice greens in here. Pierre, I really appreciate your support. It helps a great deal. Get rid of that little bump there. And I got some excess there. Why am I making that lighter? Okay, that has a stem coming that way. Okay, I think I'm going to hush up and turn on the music because it's starting to get where I'm actually getting into painting and not just doing the mechanics. Okay, I got a few details painted in here. I'm just going to keep going with this brush. I know it's kind of small, but it's doing the job that I need right now to clean up some of these edges and get some of these like fern leaf type things back here. It's working. I hope you all are making progress on whatever it is you're working on. If you're working on something while I'm, or if you have a question or anything, feel free to just pop it in there. I still run that risk of getting things too green, you know what I mean? So I'm keeping an eye on that. These little pod things, I think that's these iris. Oh, I painted over the iris down here. I'll take care of that. But it's these iris things. Yeah, I just swapped right over that, didn't I? It's okay. We'll get her back. We'll get her back and better than ever. I'm just gonna, for now, it kind of goes over there. Oh yeah, there's a lily over here. It's not the background. That's why you always look at your reference or your study before you start smacking down paint like that. I'll get her done though. I'll get her fixed. You just missed our Friday fire alarm go off too. I'm gonna get that white back in there so that at least a base of white in here. It won't be perfect right off the bat. There's a frog outside my window. For real. Every once in a while I'm hearing it do its I doubt you can hear it. It's kind of cool though. I like it. The sound of the my husband's home again today. So again, you might hear things in the background. I was listening to Jelly Roll Pandora Station. Yeah, that's probably what I'll go back to listening to. I know it may not seem like it, but I am trying not to get too caught up in too many details this soon, even though I'm using a little brush and I'm still keeping the brush strokes kind of loose. Use some of that dioxazine purple right here. I'm glad I put that on my palette. Oops, I keep using that wrong red. What you doing, Poncho? I think Poncho here's the frog too. So I'm just gonna keep working on some of these, getting the shapes, having a little bit of form. So they're not totally flat. Ooh, that's blue. So there's something, you can tell there's something in there and it's not just a blob. Looks like that goes over that. I'm going to spend a little more time on this one than I have been on the studies. And yeah, I'm going to fix that shape there. I'll get some green down here. This goes into here. It needs a little more because this is white-ish, it's going to reflect that green of the petals. Or the, you know, the leaves. I said petals. I'm not worried yet about these little fronds that come out here. I'm more focused on just getting the shape of the flower. I don't have this correct. Right now it kind of looks like that flower is just kind of cut and paste in there. We don't want that. This needs to go more this way. So I'm just going to keep on. Try and get as much accomplished as I can today. I don't have any appointments, so this might be a really long well, I know it's going to be. That's my plan. It's just to be a really long stream. And then I'll do a time lapse with the voiceover probably this time. Explain what I'm doing. Okay, that's a beginning. That's a start. I still really like this peach color. This pink. I don't know. Let's get some. Oh, I need some of that. Magenta. Oops. Just gonna put a dab over there. Gives me a much nicer pink. I still had red on my paintbrush. Talk about it. Pretend like it's not there. Ooh, that got a little soupy. I just mopped up some of the moonlight oil because it was too much. This should be further up there, but I'm gonna leave it. Make it work. Hubby's on the phone with business things, so I'm gonna mute. went and got some fresh iced coffee, walked around a little bit. So I'm trying not to set for, I've set before for like 4 or 5 hours without a break, and that's not smart. Just overall. So I know you'd think I need to get up and go to the bathroom, but I like zone out. I'm noticing this needs to be a little lighter. That's better. I kind of like that swoosh right there. It mimics the dark line through there. I'm gonna get my gloves back on, get back to work. I didn't even realize too, I didn't have my phone in here, so. Oh, did I leave it again? Oh, nope, there it is. Let's see, Google Calendar notification. Today's Friday. Yes, I did that. Mark complete. My plan is to do admin after this. So, they're still saying too that my books will be here on Friday or Saturday. So let me double check, because I'm gonna do an unboxing. Man, I have too many things planned for tomorrow. I gotta break it down. It just says package left, shipping facility. There's 4 books coming. I can tell you what they are. One is like a, well, I'll just surprise you with them tomorrow. 3 are art books. 1 is more like a business book. Let's see. Ooh, that is really nice. I was looking at Paul Foxton. I'm not associated with him. I'm a new follower, but I love what he does, what his work is. But he's got one up that says Intense Red Challenge. I'll have to watch it later. Lots of political stuff. Closet makeover. Bailey J is doing a huge painting for over her fireplace. I know you really wanted to know all this, didn't you? There is a video on Lights Out Gallery about sculptor Harriet Matthews. Oh, she used to teach at the University of Oklahoma. Interesting. I'll have to watch that one too later. There are just some really cool art channels on YouTube. We are so fortunate. Okay, I'm gonna put that down and get back to work. Okay, I am using a smaller brush, but I am trying to also keep it fairly loose, if that makes sense. I'm not getting in there, you know, too much with the, I'm trying to, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to keep the brush strokes pretty loose. If you were to zoom in, you can see the swooshes. Oh, I guess I do want that. I want that. This is just a really intense, pretty red in here. I don't have it adequate. I think it's because I don't have this part dark enough. It doesn't bring it out enough. Just get a little green in there to darken it. Ooh, not that much green. There we go. This almost looks like it's upside down. Okay, I'm gonna just keep working, and I will put some music on. And when I want to lay over the paint, over something that's already been painted, I'll put just a smidge of walnut oil to help give it a chance to stick. Okay. I'm wanting that to be a lot darker. So let's do the opposite and add a little red in there. Maybe even a little purple. This leaf comes down here like that. Not exactly like the reference photo, if you've seen it. I think I put it the other day on my community post. Back to work. I'm just typing this in case somebody is coming by and thinks there's nobody here if I step back for a second. I did one like this of some yellow flowers, and I did it with this type brush. And I did just what I'm doing now. And I like the end results. So maybe we'll get lucky this time and have a similar now I'm going to go in and kind of just doop, doop, doop. Give that more of a fern-like without being exact. Just give it ooh, got a little bit much there of walnut oil. Just getting that edge a little there. I'm just pulling up my Streamlabs. That's what I paused for. And I'm going to mute myself and get some of this other done. Let's get to work.